get set to take over here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. They'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you. For a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On first down, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Allen. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mesh there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose. And Allen going to be intercepted for the... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something double. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And now a fumble. The ball ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over it. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, it stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. Caught right side, Davis. Always got some breathing room. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium.
And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa. Bad move. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's loose again. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He goes 86 yards on the kick. as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They run here with Singletary. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
Look, I know that all eyes and all credit should be on the guys that brought the ball back a long way, but I'm just wondering about the guys covering and their special teams coach. They've got to be looking at each other and saying, at what point are we going to find a way to stop these guys?
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big loss there, and it goes down as a sack as well. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of his end zone, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
He's going to let it go again. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. His pass caught with the 4. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills are back within a score. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so... mount something here. Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. A first down throw for Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Second down at 5. Here's Prescott. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Play action now. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Marr now to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On play action, Prescott steps away to his left. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, right now, it's clearly the defenses that are stealing the spotlight in the biggest stage of sports. That's only the fourth time ever, Charles, that we have seen teams trade interceptions on back-to-back drives in Super Bowl history.
Something so rare, yet special that we're watching, because typically the teams we see playing here on Super Bowl Sunday, they're the ones that know how to limit turnovers. Just goes to show how talented both of these defenses are, that they're still coming through and forcing miscues with a Lombardi trophy on the line.
He's got a man, complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just... still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Now Prescott. It's complete. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but see this? But you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you'd run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe. The Bills getting set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he found it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right? They just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Just 1 more quarter remains in the season-long race for the... Now there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Great start to the 2nd quarter, better than 30 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught. Touchdown. Michael Gallup, 66 yards. And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 59 yards. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tyler Bass now for the point after. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, Allen. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
From his end zone on 3rd and long, Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Allen. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other, and oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Allen. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And oh, he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor. Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Here's Dak. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play here for Dallas. 66 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Prescott. Caught on a slant. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. following the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the fourth quarter. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into...